Alright, what's up guys? We are here live and direct. Yes, I have the microphone away from my mouth, but I just wanted to show you guys what's going on. Hopefully everything's good with you guys, and I know I am. But I gotta do one thing. So the other day when I was trying to stream, I was having trouble adjusting my stream. Yeah, I still have technical difficulties. You can see that there starts to be some bowing, some curving to that straight line, which is kind of how the GoPro works as well when you're swapping between different FOVs. It sort of gives a bit of a fisheye effect where around the edges you start to see some bowing to the image, but you still look fairly close to the camera in the middle. Especially when you swap to the Zzimage camera, that does look like a very, very wide image, but it's keeping the straight lines. I like the way that sounds. I was just checking my stream out, and it looks like a go. Hopefully everything is, as well as my frames, don't drop heavily. I mean, I got the DLSS. And if not, I'm just technically debugging it right now. It's like, come on, I got a 260, 2060, you know. It's an EVGA G-Force. It was supposed to be the economical build, but it's still a 2060. You can't overclock it, you can't do anything really special to it, but still it should work. And maybe that affects a bit on the skin tones. I would say probably the Logitech StreamCam has the opposite. It's the opposite side of the spectrum. It's a little bit washed out and could do with a little bit of saturation. So I wanted to say something about myself. I'm having a hard time. We gotta move. Crazy stuff going on in Colombia. I feel bad for my Colombian people. I don't know what's going on, but I know what's going on here. I'm about to move into another place, and it sucks. So I feel like playing a solo game.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy dropping into the AO. Good job, and the Logitech exposing my face. All three of them have the windows completely blown out because it's just too dark back there and not enough light on the subject. This was important because I think a lot of beginners have a sense of this when they're leading their lines. I gotta tell my friend I'm streaming. Seems like it's working good. I don't know, I might have done something different. Warm-up's done. Time to kick this off. Test how these cameras dealt with a lot of light, and I'd probably say that they've all done well, but I would give it to the Razer Geo Pro. Yeah, streaming on YouTube, baby. It seems like everything has basically picked up and it looks smooth, buttery smooth. You've got gas closing in fast. Get to the safe zone. Alright, I'm by myself and it seems like I'm actually gonna land by the farmland and then work my way to that area. And see if somebody takes that. And that lets me know that somebody's nearby. But like I said, I've tested so many different cameras with
Razer camera, so something to bear in mind. All three of these cameras have autofocus, which is typically something I recommend disabling and setting your focus manually so that you don't get too much of that focus hunting where it sort of warps to try and find the right focus. I haven't noticed any massive issues with that, but if I had to mention one camera that does suffer with that the most, it is the Razer one. I did notice on a few occasions it sort of hunt for focus around my face. I'd still probably recommend disabling autofocus on all three cameras and just setting it to whatever distance away you sit at. Hey, Future Pete here. Just noticed whilst watching this footage back that the Ava Media camera doesn't really seem to snap focus to the mug and back to my face. It always holds the focus on my face, which is a good thing and a bad thing, just depending on how you're going to hold things up in front of the camera for your stream. I just thought I'd mention it since I didn't notice it when I was recording live. One thing with these three cameras is that the Logitech Stream and Video captures 1080p at 60 fps, whereas the Ava Media Live Streamer Cam 513 can capture at 4K and 30 fps. But I actually prefer the decision by Logitech and Razer sensor, and that's for two reasons. When you're capturing at a 4K resolution on such a small sensor like webcams have, that's a lot of pixels to cram in, and the actual individual pixel size ends up being so small, whereas with a 1080p sensor, the pixel size will be bigger, and that will improve the level of performance like we saw when we tested without either of the key lights on. We saw so much noise in the Ava Media image. The second benefit though is just on how much more work your PC will have to do to process a 4K image versus a 1080p image, and since most of us are streaming now on single PC setups, you want to try and minimize the have on your light. If you're wanting to do some digital punch-ins where you're trying to retain as much quality as you can on a 4K camera, I would recommend sticking to a 1080p signal, because most of the time we're having our cameras relatively small on our streams, and not that many people are trying to stream in 4K just yet. Two nice advantages that the Razer Kio Pro and the Ava Media Cam 513 have over the Logitech Stream Cam is they have private
Bouncy target identified. Slot the bastard.
prying eyes from they have detachable USB-C to USB-A cables, which is a nice advantage because you might want to move these cameras further away from your streaming PC and use a longer cable. You can just hot swap in a different cable, or if you want to use USB-C to USB-C, you also have that option just to buy a different cable, whereas the Logitech Stream Cam has a fixed USB-C cable, so you're stuck to having USB-C, which not everybody has, and you can't swap that out for a longer cable. One nice benefit that all three of these cameras have, which you
gotta run.
webcams like this.
Gas is moving.
I still got time.
Now, but they also have options of a thread.
I do want to be in the circle though.
Something like the Elgato.
I got a decent amount of money.
It can all be attached to tripods like that. So all three of these cameras really have their uses. If you prefer the wider FOV, then you can look at the Ava Media Razer cameras. Depends if you like the shy kind of look for the wider FOV on the Razer camera versus the more further distance look that you get.
Sorry, I'm listening to cams. If y'all guys is picking that up, I'm
Spend a lot of time in
fairly sorry about that.
proprietary software to make sure you can fix the colours, so I wouldn't worry too much about the differences in colours because I do think they're all fixable. Hopefully this video has been helpful in that regard anyway, in deciding which of these cameras to get, if any, or if you should save further or just save some money and buy something cheaper. Do give it a thumbs up if it has been helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Actually, I'll catch you guys in the live stream on Monday. Peace.
Appropriate context, and hot tubs do fall under that criteria. However,
I just realised that I've got this playing back at 1.5 times speed because
I was gonna say,
I'm one of those people that I'm one of those people that watches everything at like 2 times speed. If you listen to this podcast at 1 time speed, there's something wrong with you. We speak too slowly.
if you click in this video, you probably want a Stream Deck, so you go out and you try to order one, and then Elgato's like, here, let me just shake you upside down and take all your money from you. Don't get me wrong, I love the Stream Deck, it's totally worth the money, and I'm not just saying that because I want Elgato to sponsor me. But how cool would it be if they did? I've always been of the mindset that if you're just starting out streaming, you should be spending your money on things that your viewers actually care about. And nobody cares about your Stream Deck, Eric. Of course, you could just use your phone and an app like Touch Portal, but you might already be using your phone as like a webcam, or for reading chat, or for calling people? I don't know. There's no one on the phone, I don't know. So let's turn this Stream Deck into a Stream Deck.
is down. Well
take
done.
a key from the keyboard, you gotta deal with conflicting keybinds, and really, there's just not a lot you can do with hotkeys. No, we're talking running full-blown macros for things like
What's going on
filters,
here?
changing transitions, effects, delays.
I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Anything you press on your number pad is not going to conflict with any of the keys on your main keyboard. This video is sponsored by Nerd or Die. If you haven't heard about Nerd or Die, you haven't been watching my videos, which is okay with me because I respect your time. Nerd or Die is a place where you can get a whole bunch of graphics for your stream, including icons for your
Enemy
stream
UAV
deck or
overhead.
your fake stream deck, which we may end up doing today. They hooked me up with a bunch of coupon codes for 50% off anything on their website. Link in the description box down below for that. But if you do run out of those codes, they're currently running their spring sale for 25% off. So head on over to Nerd or Die and upgrade your stream today. Or tomorrow. I don't know, whenever you want. Okay, so what are you gonna need?
Bounty target is up. Let's get it done.
What's on my script? First, you're gonna need a spare keyboard. Any keyboard will do. You could use something small like a number pad. You could use something large like a full-size keyboard. Or you can use this masterpiece right here. Am I right? Don't worry if the spare keyboard has the same keys as your main keyboard, because we're going to set it up so that your PC knows which keyboard is which, so you don't have any conflicting key bindings. If you want, you can
Running
use
through.
your main keyboard too. It just means that for whatever key that you bind, you're going to lose the primary function of that key, but it's going to work just the same. As for the software,
Enemy
you're gonna
UAV
need a couple
overhead.
programs. The first program you'll need is Noobs Commander, which is this program that Noobs Commander is a program that I wrote that allows you to create scripts. Scripts are going to be the things that allow you to
Just camping.
filters, change transitions, delays, all
Ah,
that good stuff.
gotta love it,
I made a
though.
video talking about it a couple months ago. You probably
Pay
That's why I
attention.
play
You'll
this
be able
game.
but just to get you up to speed,
You're up
all
next,
the
mate.
scripts
Get
are
ready.
these tiny little VBS files, and all you have to do is double click it in Windows to run that script. Now, obviously, you don't want to double click it. That'll be stupid.
Win here and you
so
return
we're
to
gonna
the
set
front
it up
line.
so that
You
can
lose, your
run
fight
these
is
VBS
over.
files using your keyboard. So we're gonna
Time
need
to earn
some
your
kind of
freedom,
software
soldier.
to run these scripts. If you have a fancy gaming keyboard, you may already have it.
Kick their ass. Stand by for redeployment.
So you can use macro keys on your keyboard to launch these VBS. However, let's assume that you didn't just spend $200 on the keyboard just to use it. So we're going to be using something called HID Max, which will allow you to set up any program that you want, including these scripts that you create in YouTube. Now, you could use auto hotkey, but auto hotkey isn't able to determine which key comes from which keyboard. HID macros can. This is really important because you want to make sure that if you press a 1 key on your
Let's see what we got here.
it's not going to conflict with the 1 key that's on your main keyboard. I've left links down below for everything you're going to need, as well as some affiliate.
Gas is moving.
Alright. Did kind of scare me. I'm gonna butcher somebody. All right.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Diga. ¿Delantera? Okay. I fucked myself over by doing that, didn't I?
Enemy UAV overhead. Gas is closing in.
Ah, come on.
Turn the base for debrief.
Camping. Camping Bill. Alright, I just wanted to do a little something today, and thanks for watching. If anybody's out there, take care of yourselves and take care of family. Love yourself most foremost, and yeah, it's your boy Zzimage out and about.